Did you guys have enough to eat? Are you ready to get down to business?
We sure are, Bill.
All right, let's do some shooting.
Well, Bill, this is the part I always like when you and I get together.
Well, folks know that you and I take this stuff pretty seriously.
Pretty seriously. I take it seriously. And it ain't pretty sometimes. Well, anyway, as you know, I've got the trophy right now.
Right now,
You're
that
going to
can
have
change.
to earn it back. And,
that can change.
well, not the way you've been shooting. I think I'm pretty safe.
We'll see.
I'm hot.
We'll see.
You want to call first, Bill?
I'll get it. Oh!
Nice shot, Bill. Nice shot. Pull!
Send the dog.
He's dead.
Up!
Good bird. Pull!
Let's keep going until one of us misses.
Okay. This will be Bill, this shot.
Up!
Pull!
Pressure's on.
I'm getting better, Bill.
Up!
Oh, no! Bill!
I'm in trouble.
Here it is, the winning shot. Pull!
You beat me
Bill.
again.
Oh, Bill.
Well, I know you're hot with the shotgun right now, but how's your muzzleloader shooting been?
Well, I think, as you know, muzzleloader's been treating me real well these last couple of years. 2 years ago, down at the Iowa Governor's Hunt, made about a 200-yard, kneeling, iron sight, heart and lung shot on a great big 10-point. And
Why
this
does
year,
it sound like I've heard that story before?
Oh, that's right. Well, you haven't. What about this year? This year, down at the Iowa Governor's Hunt, we had a nice big 9-point, probably the little brother of that 10-point for the previous year, came out at about 117 yards. I was up in a tree stand, was able to get a nice rest, took the shot, and down he went.
It's one of the hottest tickets in a world of whitetail hunting. I'm talking about Governor Terry Branstad's Iowa Governor's Hunt. Held each year in Centerville, this hunt brings some of our country's best-known entertainers, pro athletes, politicians, and expert hunters together for some fine Midwest deer hunting. This year's festivities included an opening night banquet that won't soon be forgotten, with music provided by country superstar John Anderson and appearances by General Chuck Yeager and former presidential candidate Steve Forbes. A great time was had by all in attendance. But you can bet that there was one guy who remembered why he drove all the way to Iowa, and that's NAHC President and founder Steve Burke. A blanket of fresh snow greets Steve on this, the first morning of his hunt. The temperature is in the mid-20s, but it doesn't take long for the action to heat up. Not long after daylight, this young buck makes his way towards Steve's stand. He stops at about 100 yards and stares in our hunter's direction. Steve takes a good look at the buck and quickly decides to let him grow another year. Suddenly, the buck tenses, wheels, and disappears into the woods. The wind has changed direction and is now blowing into the trail that Steve is watching. He knows he must move if he plans on taking a mature buck. After lunch and a move of his stand, Steve is back and ready for the afternoon hunt. Again, the action starts pretty quickly with yet another smaller buck making his way down the trail. The rut is in full swing, and Steve has seen several does moving through the area. His confidence is high. Within the hour, there's movement again on the trail, but this time, things are different. A mature buck is coming into range, and Steve quickly shoulders his night rifle. As the buck walks away, Steve can only think about what Iowa will bring the next day. Day 2 begins dark and overcast. Steve has placed his stand about 50 yards from a small creek. The creek winds its way through a large section of timber. To the north and south are 2 harvested cornfields. And to the east and west are several hundred yards of unbroken timber. Winds are light from the northeast, and the temperature is in the high 20s. It's still early when this lone doe makes her way in front of Steve.
That deer came out of the draw over here. Looking at him, you could tell he had been shot. And that's why I decided, besides being a nice buck, that I should take the shot. He had limping his right leg, looked like he wasn't using it. Clear indication something had happened. Looking at the trail, I don't see any blood leading up to it, but blood leading on from where I shot. So we'll go find him now.
Two years and 2 trophy Iowa bucks for Steve Burke. You can bet he's already got his calendar marked for next year's Governor's Hunt.